Hello, I'm back, ready for another update, and I'm sorry, I'm just here really as a quick little intro to say I'm sorry this is not more slick, this video. It's pretty raw. It literally is just a vlog, just a video blog. I haven't had the time or the mental capacity to really put the structure and effort into this that I would like to. I promise when I come out of chemo and all the stuff that I've learned that I really want to share, I'll have a little bit more time to put that together. But for now, this is the raw video footage, just the diary style footage. It jumps around a little bit, but hopefully it's interesting, and it certainly takes you on the roller coaster. I laugh just watching it back because at some points I'm really high, feel really good, and I'm hyper sort of on my bike, and at other points I'm really low, and that's the reality. So hopefully that's useful to see just how the ups and downs go. And if you do watch all of this, you'll see the transition from me in a really good space to a really bad space, and sort of coming back out the other side. But I hope it's helpful. I'm sorry it's not more slick, but I wanted to let you know that I'm doing okay, still here. Okay, much love. Right, judging by the, sorry, Jasper's here, look. Judging by the number of messages I'm getting coming through, I think I've been a little slow in getting out this update. Apologies. So this is really just a little summary of round 3. Safe to say so far, round 3 of chemo, day 6 to 10 have been the toughest sort of 4 or 5 days thus far. I've been properly battered actually. I've been in bed for a few days. Hard to explain the feeling, just really physically very, very empty, tired, sleeping a lot, which is unusual for me, so that's good, I guess. Get some rest. But I feel like I'm finally coming out the other side of that. So hopefully now we've got, he's chilling out. Hopefully now we've got a little bit of time, 10 days or whatever before round 4, subject to a scan. So yeah, apart from the physical challenge, a real mental challenge as well. Over the last few days, it's very hard to use your sort of motivational strategies. I feel for people going through this because I'm fairly robust, I think, but trying to sort of make sure that you're doing all the things you can do to stay motivated, diet, getting outside, health, fitness, all that stuff, really challenging when you feel so empty. But anyway, next stage is a scan. So 4th of December, I've got a scan. So we're halfway through the chemo now, 3 rounds done of 6, and then we're going to see whether it's having an impact. So go for a CT scan on the 4th, and then as long as that's looking positive, and we want it to be pretty much at least 50% gone, reduced in size, then we carry on with what we're up to, and if not, then we need a different strategy. God knows what that is. We'll see. So for most of you, that's probably enough. That's all you need to know, is that I'm all right. I'm still going. It's been hard and getting harder. I guess that compounding impact, really very difficult to motivate myself to do round 4, but obviously the scan will help with that. So if it's working, I'll be motivated. But for those of you who want a little bit more info, I've recorded a few videos. Can't actually even remember what I've recorded. I'm recording this intro a little bit before I've played them back. I was just taking Jas for a walk and thought I should get something out while I'm feeling a little window of feeling well. So yeah, but I've recorded a few bits and bobs over the last couple of weeks. So for those of you interested, come on the extended journey with me. For those of you who just want to know that I'm alive, then yes, alive and well. Next round is December, and then a bit of time off over Christmas. We go again in Jan. All right. Thanks for everybody who gets in touch and sends me messages, and sorry if I've not seen you or replied, but that window of feeling well gets smaller and smaller each time, so it's hard to squeeze everybody in, hence these updates. Okay, much love. Okay, so we're approaching the end of the 3-week cycle before I go back into BBCC, Big Boys Chemo Club, on Monday to start the round again. And this round, it's been alright. Went on a bit longer. I kind of, last time I touched base and updated, I said it had gone better than the first round, which it did from a severity perspective. Probably went on a bit longer, feeling just a bit unwell and tired and stuff, a bit weird. But the third week, it's always the week I feel best. Put a lot of time and effort into energy for this one. So we went and did some biophoton therapy that I need to fill you in on, which was really pretty cool, pretty crazy. So I'll try and update a little bit on that, at least in this video. And then I did a Reiki session. That was cool. Actually, I really enjoyed that. I felt so tired afterwards, and the following day was told some stuff that I need to fill you in on as well, but I'll do that in a separate video. This one is just to say off to see my oncologist this afternoon, so this will be only the second time that I've met her since diagnosis. She was the first time I met her was when she actually gave me my diagnosis, said what the treatment plan was going to be. I'm not sure what today's update is for, I guess just to see how it's going, 2 rounds in. My hunch is that after 3 rounds, we have some sort of scan to see if the treatment is working and whether Terry is melting away, shall we say. So, off to the hospital in about 20 minutes for a bit of a chat, and then I'll let you know what happens, what I find out, what the consensus is, whether they can do any checks at the moment to see how I'm doing. I'm not sure. So, onwards and then back into, feeling ill again on Monday for a week or 2. So, not really looking forward to that, but hey, that's the journey we're on. Right, plenty to update you on. Enjoy the vid. Had my blood test this morning, ready to see if I'm good for Monday to go back into hospital. So I'm going to wait for those results. Probably won't get them till Monday, to be fair. I'll rock up, they'll tell me if I'm not good. So now I'm back in the woods. Absolutely exceptional autumn vibes in the stunning New Forest. Getting my head into the right space for Monday. Got my little mat, gonna find a little spot in the woods, have a little meditation, and it's literally raining autumnal leaves. Look, you can see them coming down behind me. Love it. Beautiful. Morning. So it's chemo round 3 today. BBCC, Big Boys Chemo Club. The all day, pretty much. Be there at 10:30, probably get out about 4:30, I suppose. So we're just prepping. Today, I've read some stuff around fasting and chemo, and I'm not going full fast. My oncologist wasn't entirely pleased. She just says, eat normally. But I think there's probably some benefit. But I'm just trying to keep it really kind of healthy on the few days of chemo. So snacks today, we got some apple and some pears and some peppers and some bits. I've just made a homemade hummus, so out of some these amazing chickpeas. Actually, if you've not tried these, the Bold Bean Co. Organic, I think, chickpeas. Might be wrong, don't see the word organic on there. A bit of tahini in there and some garlic and some lemon juice and stuff like that, so that's good. So that's to take with me today, and a sort of veggie smoothie. It's got some spinach and kale and carrot juice and stuff like that in it. And then brekkie, we're going to go with eggs today. We've got a bit of eggs, a bit of tomato, some sardines, so full of omega-3s, basically, a bit of cottage cheese. So heavy on the omega-3s, which are supposed to be good for you. And then we're on the green tea as well. There's some good stuff in green tea. So, and I did a workout this morning. First bike workout. I was on Ruvi, for those of you cyclists, and first one today. Which is the first workout, really proper one, that I've done since diagnosis, because I was in. I hope it's a good sign. I hope it means that Terry and the tumours are shrinking, because it was a bit painful on the bike, being bent over before. But I was all right today. Got the heart rate up to about 150 beats a minute. And up until now, I've just been doing sort of walking and stuff, some fast walking up zigzags and stuff. But that was the first proper workout that I've had since diagnosis. And that was this morning. Trying to set myself up for a good day of chemo, certainly mentally. Feeling good to go prepared, to go with some good nutritious food, to go having hit my exercise goals already for the day, knowing this is about as good as I feel, really, because once the chemo goes in, then I won't be feeling like this by 6 o'clock this evening. Probably be feeling pretty rough, and then we'll go 4 or 5 days with limited sleep. But anyway, that's where we're at. All good. Chemo round 3, getting more organised, getting more structured. Bit nervous about what the next 5 days, how that pans out, how I feel. But we'll see. The roller coaster continues. Much love. Look at this beautiful ride in through the trees. Autumn. Chemo round 3 starts in 12 minutes. So we're rocking up at the hospital by bicycle, because that is the best way to get there. Feeling energised with a big smile on your face. Celebrating this awesome time of the year. And feeling good, which I won't be on the way home, when I imagine Mrs. Crib will probably pick me up, because last time by 3 o'clock started to feel pretty rough. So yeah, making the most of the good bit while I feel good. Have a beautiful day, people. Hopefully you can hear me. This muffled voice. It's pretty rough out here. Cold, rain. Got out of the hospital about 45 minutes ago, and chemo round 3, and yeah, it's deteriorating from a nausea, dizziness perspective pretty rapidly, as seems to be customary. So getting out while I can, really, before it's pitch black as well. The idea is you walk around a bit post chemo to get it pumped through your body fully, much as it feels a bit contradictory to be pumping it even harder around your body when it makes you feel so rubbish. If you're gonna get on the chemo bus, might as well do everything you can to make it work, I guess. So walking, pumping it around my lymph system as well, since that's where the cancer is, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to have a hot bath, not just to warm up, but is it hyper or hypothermia? I can't remember which one's the addition of heat, but again, supposed to help with chemo to sort of activate it as much as possible. Not so much recommended here, but in Germany apparently, and in some of the more sort of high-end cancer places in the US, I'm told it's a thing. So ideally, yeah, hot bath, and then probably hit the sack, I guess. We'll see if I fancy any dinner, but it's not looking likely. So anyway, off we go down the chemo tunnel next 4 or 5 days, but round 3, halfway. Thanks. It's the morning after the night before the chemo drugs. They don't make you feel good. It is like a hangover. Dizzy, nauseous. Not really being able to sleep or not sleep. It's just really rubbish. You arrive at hospital feeling pretty well, and then you leave feeling pretty rubbish, and then you just deteriorate for a period of time. So yeah, just surviving. This is the rubbish bit. Just thought, you should know it's not all cycling around joyously. Some bits of it are just pants, so we're just getting through that bit. Thanks. So inspired a little bit by Mr. Hoy's book. Chris Hoy, the cyclist, also got cancer at the moment. Sad story, but if you've not read the book, it's well worth a read. Anyway, he kept on cycling through his chemo treatment, which he also didn't enjoy, so motivated me. I mean, I've been getting out every day anyway, making sure I at least did a walk, but learning a little bit more about exercise oncology, and decided to try and bring a bit more fitness into the efficacy goal 1 of the treatment as well. So here I am. It's chemo on Monday. It's only Wednesday, so maybe a little bit earlier. Just did a little training bit on the rower over there. I've set my bike back up, so I've got Roovy set up, cycle with a few of the boys. Hoping to get back into that on a Tuesday and Thursday, and now I'm just doing some squats. We've got a little squat rack here, keeping it super light and low rep sort of stuff, just trying to do a little bit and seeing how I cope. So I'm not sure how I feel really. I'm on the sort of anti-nausea drugs, still feel a bit lightheaded, so I'm keeping it super light, but feels good to be doing something again, that sort of don't be a passenger, just try and be a little bit more involved in the journey. So we'll see how it goes. Gonna do some lunges, a little bit of barbell, bicep stuff, see what happens. Cheers. Whew, so this round is definitely the toughest so far. Don't really know what's going on inside my body, but I've been in bed now for a couple of days. First few days, yeah, day sort of 3, 4 after the chemo weren't really too bad. I thought I was sort of getting the hang of it. I thought I was nailing the anti-nausea drugs and stuff. But then chemo Monday, Friday afternoon, came off the steroids. It's rough now, man, rough. Yeah, been in bed a couple of days. It's very hard to justify this level. It's hard to explain how I feel, just really unwell, no energy, not even been outside. This will be day 2 if I don't go out. Admittedly, it was a massive storm yesterday, but I will get out today, even if it's just around the garden. But yeah, no energy, just feel really unwell. It's very hard to articulate. Anyway, point being, it's hard to imagine putting yourself through this another 3 times. I'm halfway through the chemo, so I've got to do it 3 more times. And by the end of the 3 weeks, you feel pretty good. And when you feel good, you can put the effort into the exercise, into the diet, into all the other stuff, you know, the meditation, the yoga. You can do all the kind of cool stuff that you want to be doing, the sort of things you want to focus on, which I really want to do a video about all the good stuff you can do. But it's really hard to do that when you feel so unwell. Even drinking water, like you're trying to eat healthily, but even having a glass of water, your mouth just tastes revolting. You like this metallic kind of taste when you're trying to swallow. So you can force yourself to drink water, but it's not pleasant. Tea, coffee, stuff that you normally, you know, I love. I wake up in the morning, I generally get excited about green tea ordinarily, or a coffee, and it all tastes rank. So yeah, feeling this is a challenge. This is definitely a challenge. I don't know, like I'm pretty robust. I'm relatively young for somebody going through this. I don't know how a lot of people do it. I really don't. I don't want to, you know, scare people who end up going on this journey. And it's not, you know, it's not like I'm not laying on the floor by the toilet throwing my guts out and stuff. So, you know, it could be worse, but it's hard to deliberately make yourself feel this unwell. And also anything now that I've eaten, this is sort of ironic, but, you know, you might have seen earlier in the video, I made this lovely hummus and dips and stuff that I took. But I think because I was having it on the chemo, even just saying the word now, I don't know if I'll ever be able to eat hummus again. But I've got some left in the fridge, and just the thought of eating it makes me feel sick. But I think my body and mind associate now some of the food that I was eating whilst on the chemo, with being bad for me and making me feel really nauseous. So maybe there's a reason to fast on on chemo days. Maybe I should eat chocolate cake and cheeseburgers on chemo days, and then forever I'll hate those forevermore. So anyway, look, the reality of the situation is Sunday today, so that's what tomorrow will be 7 days. It's day 7 today post chemo. It's definitely shit. I'm definitely not feeling good, and it's very difficult to imagine putting myself through this another 3 times. But I've got a scan now. I've had confirmation scan on the 4th of December, so about 2 weeks time, to see if this is working. That's the key, I guess. If it's working, and it's 6 months sort of loss of life, you know, loss of doing good stuff, but it works, then it's ultimately going to be worth it, and we'll look back and go, okay, it was worth it. But right now, yeah, God, I would rather be focusing on, you know, good nutrition and getting outside and doing all the good stuff than just making myself feel bad with chemo. But we'll do the scan, we'll see where we're at. Hopefully it'll be good, and if it's not, we need a change of tactic and a change of plan, and we'll cross that then. And if it is, then I guess we'll try and see this through to the end of chemo, not the end of me, hopefully. All right, that's it for now. I'm going to try and get in yet another sleep. I went to bed at 7, I think, last night. Was up about 5, half 5, but I've had a few naps already today. I'm going to try and squeeze in another one, which is not like me. Okay, much love. Right, that was a pretty exhausting roller coaster, hey? So as I said in the intro, I've got some work to do to actually produce a proper video where some of the things that I referenced do actually happen. It's tricky, this limited window that I have of feeling okay, and I'm not there yet, but at least I'm on the upward. Means that I don't have too much time. But I thought I'd get this out because people are getting in touch and asking how I am, and it has been another full round. So, you know, it took you from, coming out of round 2 to coming out of round 3. So hopefully that's helpful. And fingers crossed I get some time to put some other stuff together and share some info for you that might be more structured and more interesting. But for now, coming out the other side, hopefully see you before round 4. If not, see how much worse it gets. It's a roller coaster.